I agree with that distinction, and that's pretty much what I mean. And I feel like that's what he means when he's saying to his child in sports, you could have done something better to not be in this situation.
I feel like winning is everything. It's hard for me to figure. Like, I think it's everything in all aspects, not even sports.
You're just a competitive person.
No, I think you should compete in everything. Like I tell my son, like when you get your report card or you get like your test back and you see somebody else have a higher A than you have, that should bother you. Like it should like something in you should feel. You should feel something. If you see like you got a 92 and someone else in your class got a 97, you should be like, what did I do? Like, are they smarter than me? Like he's smarter than me. Or she's smarter than me.
I wouldn't feel comfortable making my kid compare himself to someone else.
But I'm not trying.
I'm always
psycho.
I wouldn't want to like. Well,
he's
going to
destroy every relationship.
It's like, nah, I want my kid to do you. You know what I mean? Whoever the fuck you are in particular.
I get.
So no. It's
I want it to be like a personal best, not. I mean, I get where you're getting at.
I'm not saying
compete with yourself,
but I would compete with myself before I compete.
How are you competing with your like? The best,
you know,
the best is higher. The best is higher than that other person. I think competing against other people is very healthy.
I mean, it's helpful, but
people say competing against other people is like you're hating or you're something like that, and I don't believe it's anything like that.
It has a ceiling to it. It has a ceiling to it to compete with other people. You know,
I don't agree.
If you're consistently,
there's a difference between comparing and motivating.
Because think about someone like Michael.
I'm saying that should be motivating for you.
It is, but think about someone like Michael Jordan in his prime when he's the best. And the only place he has to go from here is to become better than himself yesterday. That's what we're talking about, competing with ourselves.
But he still made up different scenarios to make himself compete against other people.
Yeah, he made himself a psycho.
Right. But
to be the best.
But
I'm cool.
I read the book from his trainer dude, and his trainer talked about Michael didn't look left and right. Michael always looked at, okay, I need to get stronger. Okay, I need to get. Everything was always, how can I become the better version of myself? It was never about. Of course, he was a competitor to others. No. But his drive and the way that he worked was all about improving himself.
Improving himself because he saw other people's situations. He needed to get stronger because he saw other people were stronger than him.
You got to look more in the mic, bro. If you look deeper in the mic,
I'm using your example. What you just said.
I'm listening.
Was he tried to get stronger? He didn't just think, oh, well, getting stronger is going to make me better in basketball. He needed to get stronger because other people were stronger.
Or he realized
he didn't want to get pushed around.
Or he realized
other people were stronger than him, so he had to get stronger because they were stronger than him.
But it wasn't.
He wouldn't get stronger. He wouldn't just be like, if he was stronger than everybody, he wouldn't just be like, oh, I'm about to go to the weight room and get stronger when I'm already stronger than everybody.
Okay.
I mean, he saw them, they were stronger, so he looked at them and was like, oh, I got to compete with this. I got to be stronger than him. You use other people to make yourself better.
See, I just don't think other people were the source. You know what I'm saying? I think for him it was, what can Michael do to get better? And I get what you're saying. I don't want to get bullied around by the Pistons no more, so let me get stronger. But I think it was, even if the Pistons weren't there, it's like, I know I need to get bigger. I know this.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you tear down somebody else, but you can use. I'm not saying that's what you're saying. You can use them as motivation.
I just think that has a ceiling.
When I see someone get a 97 on a paper and I got a 92, I know I have to dive in way more. I don't want to look at their answers. I don't want to see how they got there. I just know I got to tap into myself to study more.
Well, what happens when you get 100 and everybody else got 98s?
Shit.
I can go to sleep.
Yeah.
But someone who is driven strictly by the mirror, they're like, I got to take this to one-on-one. If you're just competing with yourself and getting better yourself, you know what I'm saying? You outlive everybody.
I think you just, if you get 100, you just keep getting hundreds.
Yeah, see, someone like with that mindset's going to get complacent, and here comes the next generation, and then you got to compete again. Why not stay ahead of the curve so nobody can touch you?
I mean, that makes sense.
I believe in competing with yourself for sure versus compete with someone else.
You are huge on not involving anyone else in your success or downfalls.
Fuck them. Everybody. It's on you. Like, if you broke in your 30s, that's on you. That's your fault.
Like me, I ain't
mad at that.
That's your fault. You had all your 20s to fix whatever fucked up situation you came from.
Right.
make decisions and all that. So I don't feel bad, and I'm not looking for no handouts. It's like I should have figured it out within these first 10 years out of high school. What, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck I was supposed to be doing? I should have been figuring this. I should have been investing. I should have been selling drugs. I should have been doing something. I should have been doing anything to get me to that next level. So like, I got to get it on me.
Yeah, I'm so mad I ain't sell drugs. Why'd you get up, man? He was like in the middle of some good shit. Nettie.
No, don't do it again.
My text?
Yeah, I texted you that now.
No.
No,
Yeah, I like that.
What is
bro.
that?
And I just got to that place maybe a few years ago.
Yeah, but there's but he's going. I think he's going down a path of like unhealthy competition.
I mean,
we're like it's like it's
No, it's just
no. I hear what he's saying, but
I think it's unproductive at a point.
A lot, yeah, but and a lot of people ain't gonna be able to just compete. You know what I mean? Cream rises to the top.
That just means that ain't your lane.
No, I'm just saying, but that's what I'm saying. But I mean, it's like the small things. It's like I remember we used to do the weightlifting thing. You go into the weight room and there's a board for like the bench press, the 185 class, the 225. Then you know what I mean. And then you always want to get amongst those. You know what I mean, especially like your position or whatever it was. So I mean, and you know you're competing against everybody, but I mean you still got the team aspect. And I just feel like a lot of people, I mean, they're going to get by the wayside. It's just over for you.
Right. And ain't nothing wrong with that. That just means I think there's something else out there for them.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But whatever is for you, I think that it just has a ceiling, and I think it's unproductive at a certain point to compete with others because...
Or in everything, because it's just like being a weirdo.
I compete with myself all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's what I'm doing is competing against myself.
Okay.
Like even when I say, "Oh, he just made that 3-pointer," like Ty, you gotta dig into yourself.
It's self-motivating.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's just self-motivating. Like he did that, so let me dive into myself to make sure I focus enough to do what I got to do to become more successful.
Yeah, but I just
I don't like wish bad on nobody, like because that's what it kind of sounds like. It's like
I just think people that
Nah, kind of.
I just think
is that what it does?
No, because like sometimes you don't like
Because
the way the optics. Remember when we came out the house and the ball was stuck in the thing, and I was just like,
That
and
pissed me
then
off.
the way Carter looked at me.
Ooh, that made me so bad. Bro.
That's so funny.
He threw a ball.
Carter had his ball stuck up in the tree, right? And I was about to leave, and I'm just walking outside with a Gatorade, and they was throwing whatever. And I just like walked by, and I just bang, dropped right out. Ty goes like this. Looks at Carter, sees Carter looking at me, and was like, "Hey, yo, bruh. Hey, yo, don't do that shit no more, man. No more dad shit around my kid."
That's funny as hell.
I threw it up there like 3 times and couldn't get it down. He walked past and was just like, split.
Right, Dad, you should have been went and got Seth.
I feel that, man. No, that's definitely a good subject. You know what I mean? Both points, especially yours, because when I hear that, have you always been that way? Because for me, I just got to that place because I was that guy that always wanted to bring everybody along. So I'm wasting all this energy trying to help this person up, this person. I'm like, come with me, come on, let's go. And I'm not getting anything accomplished. You feel what I'm saying?
I think it developed that way for me because I was the same way. Like, and I'm still that way when, you know, if I see someone with potential, that's why I hollered at y'all like, hey, yo, we should get on this podcast. I think you're hilarious. I think you're smart. And I think, you know, I'm telling people, you know, I feel like you're organized. I'm over here.
Yeah, shout out to Rico, man. Let's talk about the origins of this shit.
I just thought y'all was dope. Right. And I was like, man, people need to hear y'all because I always see people in a bigger light than what they are in. Just because we from small cities, doesn't mean we have to have small minds.
Right.
You know, and like I've always been a dreamer. Like I remember being like 6 years old, like wanting to be a movie star type shit. Like I never had like a small town mentality. And then when I was just, you know, fans of like y'all's comedy, like I thought y'all niggas was funny. Like and me being a funny person, I'm not really impressed by someone else's, you know, comedy easily. Right. And then when I'm like, yo, this guy's really funny. This guy, and then and then your humor was like intelligent humor.
Yeah, but I feel like we all got like the same type of time. Like we can read right like between the lines.
And I love that. Like I get the
It's like not even knowing that we just see the inside of the joke.
Yeah. And so with that, it was like I tried to get people to do it, and if you don't want to do it, you don't see it, then I'm gonna keep going anyway. Like I'm gonna just push on without you. Like I'm not gonna beg you to do it. Like I'm not gonna beg you to be the best you that you can be. If you don't see it in yourself, I don't see that shit no more either.
And see,
I'm out.
I don't see that shit.
Like that's a fact. Like I'm not.
And that's the part that I'm talking about. What took you to get there? Because it took me wasting so much time and realizing it took my wife telling me I ain't shit. Like, yo, you think you know what I'm saying? You trying to help them. It ain't working. You know what I'm saying? For me to realize like, yo, you got to stop chasing people for shit that they don't want. Even if you see it in them. Like.
Dang, did Cassie say that about me, bro?
No.
Like.
I ain't going to name no names.
Like my dad would say stuff. My dad would say stuff like,
He be throwing shots at the
Did I
side
name
of the table.
names? I didn't name no names.
Don't matter. I feel attacked at all times.
Go ahead.
This was way before the pod.
Hormones. I gotta grow up.
This is way
ahead,
before
bro.
the pod, man.
it was more so like not one clown stops a circus. Like the show has to go on.
Right.
So it was like, y'all want to do this? Y'all want to do this? I'm out. I'm gonna do it anyway. Like if y'all can't do it. And then once I start accomplishing, I start seeing things that I did myself flourish a little bit. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna wait on y'all.
Right.
I'm gonna keep you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep going because I waited on people and I wasted a lot of time, like you said. Like I would have a lot more stuff in my catalog on YouTube and things like that if I had like a on-hand videographer to just capture moments like this for me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just don't have that. And that was my excuse. I ain't got no cameraman to shoot this. I ain't got no cameraman to shoot. I want to do it like this. It's like, bro, you got to do it yourself.
Right.
Or get with somebody that wants to do it. That's why I holler at Murd. Like, Murd, I kind of want you to be my manager or something like that. Because Murd is like, yo, I got an idea. I want to do this. And Murd's like, all right, well, bet. I'm about to come up with this scene right here. And then we can come up and then what you doing on Friday? And then I'm like, whoa, nigga. Like, I was thinking next week, but we can come up on Friday. And like, that's why I always like admire Murd, because Murd, if he doesn't know how to do it, he's going to learn how to do it himself. He's self-taught a lot of things he does.
Right.
And that's something that I had a fear of. It's like, I want someone else to, that's not my lane necessarily. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
You don't care if it's his lane or not.
Exactly.
You should see his back deck. He built it. You can't really walk on it. But it's good for pictures. It's good for pictures. Like that thing's gonna look like when he go to sell the house,
Feel like sitting
and
on
he
this.
put the pictures up, it's gonna look.
Hey, you know what's hilarious? First off,
Walking on pizza boxes.
90% of the back deck is solid. but it's funny because there is one wall that I put up. I just can't understand why it's just wall. I'm like, but it's only one wall, but everything else is sturdy though.
See, that's what I try to avoid. I'm like, nah, I want my shit to be
I want it to
solid
be
all the way
solid.
through.
So I'm just gonna get
so
somebody
like
else.
I'm gonna get somebody
Murd's
that
like,
does
nah,
this.
I'm gonna just,
you know,
Murd,
but
you built your house damn near by yourself, right? Pretty much, kind of.
Drywall, drywall.
That's a big
some
deal though. You said
construction.
drywall like it ain't nothing. Like,
I guess anything that you do once you get into it, you realize, oh, this ain't shit.
right.
But
drywalling isn't
yeah,
that hard.
I did a lot.
I'm not shitting on it.
I learned a lot of shit that I really don't care about. I really realized, oh, yeah, this real estate shit. Let me get back to the media. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I
Yeah, but you gotta stick with your passion too.
you got to
Right.
stick with your passion.
This is
Exactly.
your passion.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
And he's-
realized,
and he's
yo,
good at it.
I wasted
Right.
a whole year on real estate and the media.
Because
and
it
the
sounded
music suffered.
good, and it was like, oh, this is
No,
gonna be a
no, no,
flip.
no.
We're gonna be able to do this.
I'm glad I learned it, but I'm only going to be involved now with real estate if it has to do with media. Like if I could find say a storefront or some space for, events and shit like that. Anything that has to do with media. I'm not just going to be I used to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get 10 rental properties and be a landlord. No, I'm only going to get into real estate when it comes to
got a passion,
media shit. You
I ain't
feel
got
what
a
I'm
passion now.
I already told Job my vision. Yes, he does have a passion.
Does he?
Yes. Job.
I'm straight.
Job is when it comes to sports, Job has so much insight and so much knowledge and
So you
information.
think he should coach?
He could if he wanted to, but the idea I gave Job was being what did you call it? Mediary? What did you call it?
I don't know.
Liaison? Somewhat of a liaison for student athletes and schools, and you know what I'm saying? Like someone that could show people the way, like
a guidance counselor.
Or a recruiter?
I mean, yeah, like a recruiter, like, seeing who's who and what's what. Like, listen, you're not doing what
Because
you need to do,
there's
and
a
you're
lot-
not putting yourself in a position.
Yeah, I think you'd be good at that.
there's a lot of
I actually think you'd be good at
there's
that.
a lot of dope artists who end up at Slippery Rock because they don't know
An
how to shop
athletic
themselves to
director.
pick.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that need to go to Slippery Rock that's out here doing
Right.
too much.
True.
No,
But
seriously, that'd be.
But there's someone,
Job's not going to want to go to a bunch of games,
Yeah.
No.
but he would definitely be able to put kids in the right direction and make sure they're doing what they need to do to make sure
and
that
give
they
them
get to
game.
school.
Be a fire
But what I told him, the
But
only
I don't like kids.
I think you'd have to
You
work out,
actually,
though.
you actually
Ain't
love
that something?
kids. You actually love kids.
When?
You love kids. Well, you want to help them all the time, so that means you love them.
Would it be high school kids?
I don't know.
high school, college, just connecting kids with colleges, building relationships, being that guy that's going to tell you, yo, this is what your child needs to do. If you want this, and you know, Pitts, this is what
Anyone
Pitt-
should be a recruiter.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think I could be. I'd rather be a landlord. You know what I mean?
Nah, you'd get bored with that.
Kick them kids out the
Get bored
house.
with that. But
I don't got no damn passion either.
Everybody needs a struggle
You don't
story.
think so?
yes, you do, bro. You got a passion with fashion, and you got a passion
That.
with putting on events.
And bitches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, bringing people together
Right.
and doing creative things.
Is that a passion or a hobby?
I think it's a what isn't
A
Damn,
passion.
that's a good
I have a
question,
passion
bro.
for clothes. I'll say that. I have a passion for fashion.
For style.
You like that?
Gay.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Nah, but I love to make people. I don't know if it's more that I like to.
So you want to manage
throw
at a men's
event-
warehouse?
Manage a men's warehouse?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what I would want to do with clothing. to
Walk
be
around
honest.
dressed up, shit on
I
other people.
know I want to have my own clothing line. That's for sure. I want that.
Start by fixing that suit you got in the mail.
Fuck no. But
4 Kings.
I don't know if it's. What'd you say? 4 Kings. What'd you say?
Yeah.
It sucks. I'm about to start a clothing line just so you can compete with me. I feel like that's the only way you move is if you're competing. This is what I'm talking. This is why we say you got to compete with yourself, because you brought the idea about your clothing line to me. It was
2 months ago.
It was March.
It wasn't March.
What type of clothing line would you have?
Sweat clothing line.
Comfortable. No, you said
Athletic?
comfortable.
No.
Comfortable clothing.
Comfortable clothing. So it'd be
Fashionable,
like sweats,
comfortable
like
clothing.
t-shirts. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
like relaxed clothing.
He's coming
I'm
from
a crew neck
Now,
sweatshirt
Pook's urban. Pook's urban.
type of guy. I like.
I don't
Urban
like the-
streetwear. Poop.
Right. I don't like.
urban
I
streetwear.
don't like the way that sounded.
Yeah, I'm not a streetwear guy.
No, I'm just saying. I guess.
I think
yeah.
your passions are obvious. The image consulting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely a passion for image consulting.
But I don't
And
know.
I got a passion for event coordinating.
So I don't know if I have a passion for event coordinating more than seeing people have a great time. That's two different things.
It
Okay.
is.
Event coordinating, setting it up, and I got to make all these calls and got to do this.
stressful as fuck.
Oh, it's the most stressful thing in the world. Like running around doing all that. I don't really love doing that.
So like
But
at JP's wedding.
once it all comes together crazy, and you see people having a blast, I love knowing that I made this happen.
You
Yeah,
facilitated it.
that's still a passion for it. There's a part of everything that we don't like. Like even if someone who loves basketball, they hate working out, but they love the game, so they're gonna work out. So that doesn't mean it's not a passion just because you hate one aspect of it.
You know what sounds cliche? Like I have a passion for like accomplishing shit.
Yeah, big
You
time.
know, like I want like to get like
And it's more or less how I feel when I
Yeah,
accomplish
it's
it,
like-
wanna
is
do,
what I
huh?
have.
Nah, yeah.
it's like yeah, it's funny as hell.
Conflicted.
It's like once I get something done, it's like
Y'all still there?
what am I gonna do next? So that's why, and it was like I feel like it was a curse for real because I could never settle. You know, like I never felt like I was accomplished enough. It was like it needs to be more.
What?
And that always like, even though like right after we did Juneteenth, it was a fantastic event. I was like,
What's next?
You
moving
stepped on
forward.
that
And I'm
trash can
surprised
with
because-
the Juneteenth Jays.
And I'm surprised because you're the one that says, yo, sometimes you got to celebrate.
Yeah, like
Because I know I got a problem.
you got to
with,
celebrate, but it's like your celebrations is really short lived.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I'd rather I let my celebration.
You just fart.
Nah, it was my stomach, but something's brewing.
Just grab the crust.
Just grab the crust.
Peel the crust off. Like
No, he can't eat cheese. Messes his stomach up. He's lactose.
I mean, I don't know what I am now that I went to the fucking doctors and they ain't told me shit.
Is it you're healthy?
No, they violated me.
You got a prostate exam, bro?
He found the
I'm
wrong
not even 40
doctor,
yet.
man.
Oh, they went up your butt?
Oh, bruh. And my throat. Yeah, it's out here. Cool, though. Like, ain't nobody dying, nothing falling apart, but he's just like, he basically was just like, you fat and old, my guy. Like, what you want? Like, you.
Yeah, you got to find somebody else. He's on some bullshit. He lazy.
No, when I tell you, I mean, I got no answers. I was like, so I can't just, everything I eat.
You're not
just,
drinking tonight?
No. I'm not drinking for the rest of this week.
I like
You
that.
saw what happened this weekend.
Okay.
What happened this weekend?
Oh.
I mean, I was slaughtered.
He been drinking since Thursday.
No, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Why'd you do that?
That's just what I do, bro. Once I pop, I don't stop. You know what I mean?
Pringles again.
Yeah, keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he really can't stop, bro.
Pringles.
You know what's crazy?
Like I'll drink it till.
So
when
I
go
never
home.
understand.
Like beer or liquor?
Anything.
Damn, that's not.
Yeah,
That's why you don't want a girlfriend.
I don't know.
That's definitely why.
No. Yeah, 100%.
What's that mean?
He doesn't want to get away from drinking with randoms.
Yeah, and just doing what you want to do. Like,
He finds excitement in drinking without
a purpose.
What's going on?
like me there.
I just like kicking it.
Like Job knows. Job will hit me up and be like, "Hey yo, Ty." I know I'll hit Job and be like, "Hey yo, what you doing? Trying to go out?" He's like, "Oh, I'm in the house tonight."
Yeah.
That means I'm in the house tonight. Like if he's not going out, I'm not going. I don't care to be around nobody else. You know what
He
I mean?
don't care if you're not.
But he don't care.
Nah,
he's
I'm
like
out there.
he'll go to the bar and not know if anybody's down there. Like not a soul. Like he can go in the bar and just be there. Nobody down there.
You might as well go where them, the fucking pit athletic directors at, and find those spots where people are at, so you can go.
You got a degree? No, you
Start
don't.
building.
You do have a
building
degree.
those
Yeah, but I mean, I
relationships.
also got a crazy background.
You don't even know what your degree
You
is.
definitely have to start your own
Business marketing.
You have to start your own business with this.
You got a business degree.
Business marketing degree. I don't know shit about it.
Damn, you're black.
You know what though?
You're a white with a lot of
I
black
might hook you, if I can
circumstances.
hook you up with my man, if I can hook you up with my man Jordan Rooney, he got a lot of stuff going on in the Pittsburgh area. He deals with like a lot of like sports and like he does public speaking at the different high schools and stuff. So I'm gonna see what he has. He started his own job with Maserati. He's doing well for himself. I wish I had more information on exactly what he does.
Right, like I don't know.
That's good because Job got to figure this out first.
What do I got to do, bro? I'm all right.
You just got to figure out what aspect you want to start with it and where you want to see it long term,
I just need
and then
to
figuring out how to get there.
then Job, you
maintain
get-
my income.
You get
and,
plugged in with him,
and just keep it pushing.
and then Joe will have a better job than me. Then I got to compete with you.
That's not how this is going to work.
I feel like the way for Ty to succeed, we all succeed.
Let me ask you this.
I'm like, oh, Murr bought some cribs. All right, I got to buy some cribs.
Do you think that incident with dude in Miami made you
We was just talking about that.
made you
Feel some type of way
yeah and
try to go after it.
and motivate you to
Oh yeah.
you know,
He's roughly bringing in 90.
Probably more.
Yeah,
Probably.
he gotta.
that's
Be,
10
so
years
that's
now.
why you apply for other job opportunities.
I'm gonna get that job. And I'm gonna get my foot in there, and then I'm gonna maneuver my way up, and then I'm gonna be right next to him and be like, "I'm your boss." Bro.
Yeah, because you'll have enough bread to not
So
only pay down your
was
debt.
that was that incident on vacation?
100% a motivation factor.
Yeah.
100% for sure.
So you're hated. So you're motivated by haters.
I am motivated by haters. I think everybody's motivated by haters, right? On a certain
I
level.
just want you to motivate. I just want you to
I'm
be
just
motivated by
I'm
yourself, man.
Like I look at it like this. Like
You've always been this fucking way, man.
They say you can't
I
do
don't feel
something,
like-
so then I want to do it.
like
That's
for
how I've
instance,
been.
you know who was a big
And then
influence
Tarv
on
come
me?
to town and you don't get the ball no more.
Shit.
That's what happened.
He ain't compete back
You
then.
was the best, and then you was the best here. So ain't no reason to work because you don't compete with yourself. And then somebody from East Liverpool,
Came down and took my running back spot, boy.
that's what happens when you compete.
And he was like the starter for the rest of your high school career.
Oh, it was over when Tarv came.
I ain't even from down here, and I heard about him playing ball.
That wouldn't have happened if you were always on your Spencer James shit.
But y'all
what?
Nobody else was on nothing either, so it's not like I knew where to go.
I would stay rapping, nigga. I had tapes.
No, it's not like I knew where to go because nobody else was working out.
I think Muhammad Ali competed with himself.
Right, he says it.
That's what motivated me. Like I'm influenced by niggas like him,
right?
Diddy,
Michael Jordan,
Rick Ross. Like these are people that like compete with themselves. Like I'm not looking at nobody else. It's like I got to do me because I want more from me.
Right. And listen,
you feel me? That's what that gives me. That gives me a thrill. It's like,
and not only do you succeed around everybody, but once you compete with yourself, you end up innovating and creating more. Michael changed the game because he competed with himself.
Who do you think?
I think y'all getting it twisted. Like I don't compete with myself.
I'm competing with myself.
I
don't think
you're not competing with yourself.
I don't think you start there. Mm-mm. I think you could push yourself.
I push myself more than I feel like.
It's like,
I don't think you.
Oh, that's what them niggas are doing over there.
You start with self
because now I'm gonna go get that and do this more.
Because listen, Ty, if you lived in New York, hold on, Ty.
They still compete with myself.
Wait a minute, Ty. If you lived in New York and you were around nothing but fashion designers,
it's not.
If you lived in New York and you were around nothing but fashion designers, your business would already be off the ground because you're trying to compete with them. But the fact that none of your friends are into fashion designing and none of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still an idea. You're going to get to it eventually. But nothing has made it an emergency. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't operate that way. You feel what I'm saying? But if you operated every day with, damn, I got to get the design. Damn, I got to figure out Shopify. Damn, I got to figure out distributors. Damn, I got to figure out manufacturers. How the fuck do I...
Man,
marketing?
I just downloaded Alibaba, bruh.
Okay. All right. Why does that sound familiar? What is Alibaba?
It's a clothing distributor joint.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Come up with your own little shit.
I just always wanted you to compete with yourself.
I do. I don't care what y'all saying.
Okay.
I don't compete with myself like y'all compete with yourselves. But I dive deeper within myself more than I feel like most people do. To bring
when you're motivated by somebody else.
When you're motivated, you could push yourself to do whatever you want. When you're motivated, it's just what motivates you.
Makes sense. All right, we're done.
All good.
But what's up? Let's get to this subject, man.
We're done with this
because these ladies are depending on part 2. This is an anticipation.
Oh shit.
So let's get to this because we talked about the male perspective and why men.
Listen, man, I feel like I gotta speak and just tell the ladies like I'm not really a bad guy.
Listen, we're not here for you to plead your case.
Yeah.
No, I just feel like the perception of me.
What have they said?
The perception of me looks like I'm like a fucking piece of shit scumbag.
My wife says she understands where you're coming from.
Some do.
I think I'm lying.
I've heard that you were